Welcome to a short preview of this Screencasts Online video tutorial. Now in this week's tip video, I'm going to cover something I've covered before during the full Photos tutorials, but it's always good to have a reminder as some features, especially on iOS, are not that discoverable, and if you don't use them all the time, you do tend to forget about them. Now this particular feature is one that I forgot myself when I was out and about. One of my favorite things is to be able to take photos, live photos of running water, such as fountains or streams, and then use what's called a long exposure effect to transform the photo into something quite different. Now let's have a look in Photos, and one such example of this is this photo here. Now when I took this photo, I completely forgot how to get access to the long exposure setting to transform this photo. Now I did take it as a live photo, and if you tap on the screen you can see we've got some nice running water, but I wanted to get access to the effects, and I thought originally that I tapped on edit and that would allow me to go in and change the effect. It does allow me to switch off the live setting, but let me just switch that back on again and say cancel, but it doesn't give me the other effects that I wanted. And of course the way you do that, which is always great to know in hindsight, is by swiping up on your iPhone. That's just a quick preview of one of this week's Apple-related tutorials from Screencasts Online. Screencasts Online is your premium source of Apple-related video tutorials. All of our members get access to brand new, up-to-date tutorials each week, as well as unlimited access to our entire video archive full of Mac and iOS-related tutorials. You can stream and download all of our videos on your Mac, iPad and iPhone, and even your Apple TV using the members-only Screencasts Online Apple TV app. Membership also includes a complimentary subscription to the digital Screencasts Online monthly magazine, published each month and packed with videos, articles, reviews, as well as hints and tips covering all aspects of the Mac, iPad, iPhone and all of the other fantastic Apple products. So, if you're ready to start getting the most out of your Apple devices, visit ScreenCastsOnline.com today and become a Screencasts Online member.